Hey guys, welcome to Shawn and Richard Save the Industry. I'm Richard,
I'm Shawn.
and today we're going to be talking about Red Dead Redemption 2.
Red Dead to Redemption.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a great game. I've played probably around 50 hours of it so far. And it's just incredible. It really is.
For one, it's fucking beautiful.
It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. The graphics are really good. Yeah. Yeah, the horses. So when it gets cold, the horse's testicles actually shrink, and you can watch them move. It's a marvel of modern gaming.
Look at those horse balls. Look at them. They're glorious. For all you furries out there,
The image is very stable.
DTY down EF.
Okay. Anyways, the image is very stable. There's no break in things that are rendering off in the distance or in your field of view. Everything is
in stark
crystal clear.
In stark contrast to the game we talked about last week.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's kind of crazy. Even so, like in Skyrim, you had your background images, but you could tell they were way lower resolution,
Skyboxes
way lower
and stuff
quality.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Most of the stuff that you see in Red Dead, you can go there. You see a mountain. Pretty much, you can go to that mountain. It's pretty cool. It does struggle to work properly on some consoles. There's hatching with the graphics, lighting issues on some of the consoles. Something I've noticed, I'm just running a regular Xbox One.
Yeah.
I'm not running the Xbox One X. So I've noticed some texture problems on the Xbox One. Nothing too serious, though. Still a great game. Still runs beautifully. One of my favorite things about it is that I'm constantly finding new things to do. I'm constantly being...
Yeah, I mean, that's what you want from an open world game. You want to be able to wander out in the wilderness and still find content.
I'm continually getting sidetracked. I'm trying to do something, and then there's this event over here to go do. There's this event over here to go do. There's that train to go rob. There's this person to go rob. It's wonderful.
Yeah. I mean, one of the things I saw online was there's a inbred hillbilly family. I watched a 30-minute video on just all the different possibilities of what you can do with that family. Like, they spent out 5 minutes of the video just killing them. And then at the end of that 5 minutes was like, thanks for indulging me on some silliness. And then actually did because it's like you walk in and they're like, oh, hey, come have dinner with us. My sister's making something special. And then if you eat the stew or drink with them or whatever, they poison you and steal your shit. Spoilers. But yeah, so there's 16 different ways you can go through it. Most of them end in that if you play along with any of the things they're trying to do. But you can also what's interesting is there's all these different ways you can go about it, and that's true across the board for this game. You never really feel like you're being shoehorned into something that isn't main story.
That's true. That's very true. The whole game's very fluid. Even the main story isn't something that's so forced upon you.
Yeah.
A lot of games kind of force you to play the main story. I'm only on chapter 2, and I've done a crazy amount of side quests and side activities and stuff, and I've barely touched the tip of the iceberg on this game, and I've been playing it for 50 hours.
Yeah.
Something that's really cool that I wish I had an Xbox One X for is that it's a native 4K on the Xbox One X, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah. Up till now, unheard of for console games.
Yeah, and what's really great about it running in native 4K is the ability for them to have such attention to detail in this game, down to the tiniest little thing. Sunlight shining through the nose of somebody in a cutscene as their head turns and the sunlight shines through. Like in real life, if there's a
you see that little red sheen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing. It's just things like that just are constantly in the game. Again, like the horse's testicles shrinking, just the tiniest little aspect of the game that you don't really think about.
Back to horse balls.
It always does. It's just the tiniest little thing that you don't really think is too important. The day and night and weather system in this game is done beautifully. Occasionally the weather changes really dramatically, but for the most part, it's done well.
I mean, occasionally the weather changes really dramatically in the real world as well.
I mean that's true, but I mean it will go from sunny with no clouds in the sky at all to a thunderstorm like that in this game, which that doesn't happen in real life. The thunderstorm rolls in like in 10 minutes, but it's not ever just spontaneous thunderstorm. That'd be scary.
Like a Bruce Almighty movie.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's raining now. You're welcome. Something's crazy that the voice acting in this game. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah. I mean, there's, what, like 1,000 lines of dialogue more than any other game ever made?
No, Shawn. There are 500,000 lines of dialogue in Red Dead Redemption 2. That's about 400,000 lines of dialogue more than any other open world RPG game. It's honestly ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, you got that. I mean, you've got... No character really feels like they don't really exist in the world. From what I've seen. Like, no one feels like they're just, like, placeholder shopkeeper or placeholder this.
No,
like,
everyone matters.
If you follow someone around, like, you'll get a sense that they actually live there in that world, and they're not just lines of code like they are.
Yeah, it's not just a guy that's walking around in the same circle every day in the same place.
Other games have tried the same kind of thing before, giving a character like a script, where you'd be like, okay, well that's where they live, and that's where that and that. You get like a certain sense of it, but it still felt very surface level.
But you can follow somebody around in this game, and they'll go into their house, and on a day-to-day basis, they might be in their house at the same time every day. But whereas in other games, they're just kind of either sitting down in their house or doing something in their house. These people will actually be, like washing dishes, or they'll be doing something in their house.
In one of their normal transits, might run into another NPC and get into a fight.
Yeah, I mean it's just the random encounters in this game are amazing.
Or they might be showing off a new gun they bought and it accidentally goes off. I've seen it happen before, but it normally doesn't end with an NPC dying, from what I've seen. But like it's like, oh shit, and like, oh, you all right? Like shit like that.
Yeah, that might be more of a scripted thing.
Yeah, but I mean,
like the guy. There's a guy. I don't know where he is. I hasn't encountered him yet, but I'm really looking forward to this. I've seen it online. Small spoiler here, but there's a guy you can encounter who's cleaning his horse's hooves or something. He gets kicked in the jaw,
in the fucking face, and dies. Yeah,
he's kicked right in the fucking jaw and just dies.
Just fucking.
And your character's just oh shit, like.
That's another thing that's cool about this game is like Arthur reacts to things.
Yeah, he answers people when they're talking to him.
And it feels more like not only does the world exist with or without you, but your character does too.
Yeah,
like he feels like a fully formed person, and not just this guy.
Yeah, definitely.
That you are filling the skin sack of.
Yeah. There's some things that I found in the game that don't really have a huge impact, whether you do them or not. Eating and drinking don't have that large of an impact. It's like when you eat or drink, they refill certain cores in the game. So you got a health core, a stamina core, a deadeye core. And if they're full, your health, stamina, and deadeye recharge at a faster rate.
Yeah. But it's not like it doesn't recharge if it's not full.
Yeah, it's just slower.
Just like cleaning and shit like that with your weapons. It gives you a small debuff, but it's not enough that you would really even notice it unless you're fighting someone that you shouldn't be fighting.
I'm anal about it. I like to keep my guns just in pristine condition because they look badass. Yeah. When they're clean, that's really badass.
That's the main reason to do it, is to make them look nice.
Yeah.
And I know plenty of people that'll do that.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not even that hard.
I may not. I'll probably remember to do it like once every couple of hours.
Well, your guns don't even degrade that quickly. I've only cleaned each of my guns maybe once so far.
Yeah.
So they don't get really dirty that fast. You can even buy special holsters and stuff that slow it down. Granted, those are a couple $100, but that's a few bounties, a couple raids here and there, stealing some stuff from some people.
The train robbery here, train robbery there.
Yeah,
This is small. It has nothing, no like bearing on the game at all. But I love how the horse will like run alongside the train.
Oh yeah,
he's like,
as you
"Don't worry,
steal the
buddy.
train, he's
I'm
like,
right here with you. We got this. It's me and you.
I'm here.
I'm helping.
I'm here if you need me. I'm here if you need me. I love that you can steal a whole ass train. I stole a whole ass train. I mean, it cost me a lot of bounty and I had to kill a lot of people, but I mean, I stole an entire train. It was cool.
They saw people playing GTA 5 trying to stop that fucking train, and they were like, "Fine, have the fucking train."
Yeah, you can have the train if you want the train so goddamn bad. You can have it.
Clearly, you fucking want trains.
Here you go. It's Train Simulator 2018. You fucking nerd. You can just follow the track. That's all you can do.
You can't just suck this game's dick for 20 minutes. What are some things that you don't like about it?
Dude, some of the movement sucks.
Yeah.
Some of the movement's slow and clunky.
Yeah, I've watched it play. It seems a little janky at times.
The animation of starting up walking is kind of slow at times.
This is the thing that Rockstar has done for a long time, like in the GTA games, even in the first Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead Revolver. They don't like their characters to just like start moving. They say it adds realism, and to an extent that is true.
Yeah.
Like no one just like gets up and goes. But there's something to be said for the fact that games aren't real, and it's okay to take away some realism for the sake of convenience.
Yeah. Yeah. One of my problems, and this doesn't really affect anything other than I'm a little anal about certain things. I hate that you got to sit there and constantly tap A for your horse to sprint or your character to run. I hate doing it. Like, your controller has a limited number of button pushes before,
it stops doing those button pushes.
It stops doing the button pushes.
My X button is already a little sticky.
Yeah, granted, it's a lot. It's a lot of button pushes, but if I gotta fucking push it 100 times to get from, one town to the next, that's a little ridiculous. I feel like it should be a hold or something, but that's not a big gripe. That's tiny. All of my issues with this game are a little bit tiny.
Yeah. And it is also still pretty new. We'll revisit it in a few months.
Oh yeah, definitely.
'Cause, I mean, I would have told you Fallout 4 was the best game I ever played the first month it was out.
Oh yeah.
And you've heard me talk about it recently.
Yeah. Yeah. Gosh, so it's hard to think of other things that I don't really like about this game. It's really well done. It is a little slow to start.
Yeah, I noticed you were doing a lot of
the entire first chapter is
like
kind of the tutorial
stuff, and you were doing that for the entire first time you played it.
Yeah, which was.
And it's not like we
played it for 3 hours.
Yeah, it's not like we sit down and play a game for an hour and go be adults. It's like we're off that day and we're playing video games from sun up to sun up.
Yeah. Yeah. At most times. It was pretty slow to start. But it was never boring.
That's good.
Granted, it was a tutorial, but it was never, I want to be done with the tutorial and get to the main game kind of stuff.
That's something that I wouldn't have been able to say for GTA 5, so I'm glad that it's better for this. GTA 5's tutorial was a fucking nightmare.
It really was. It was, are we done yet?
I love that game.
Are we done yet?
It was like, that's how you handbrake. Not necessarily that bad, not that handholdy, but it felt that bad.
Yeah, this game was a lot better about it. But no, yeah, the entire first chapter was the tutorial. It was a little crazy, but it felt nice. And then immediately after that, you get to the main area of the game, and you can start interacting with the entire map from that point on. And like I said, I haven't progressed through the story past chapter 2, and I've been to a lot of different places.
Another thing that needs to be said is Rockstar forgot how numbers work, and this is actually a prequel to the first Red Dead Redemption.
Yes.
So know that going into it, because no, you're not hanging out like years after John Marsden did his thing. This is before everything that happened in Red Dead Redemption 1.
Yes, it is.
Which, I mean, when you're dealing with a period piece like this, you kind of have to do shit like that to like find a way for it to stay in the same time period, or else you become Fable and continuously move forward, and the game becomes continuously less fun because the colonial era sucked dick.
Yeah.
No one romanticizes the colonial era.
No. No, they don't.
Oh man, wish I could have been a conquistador. That would have been cool. Kill me some Mayans.
Right? Said no one ever. Like,
we all think Christopher Columbus was an asshole. But anyways, we don't need to get into Peter Molyneux's fucking garbage fire.
Oh man.
Of a company. Fucking Lionhead.
Oh man. You know something that I really love in this game? Just something that I've just you can just drag a motherfucker behind your horse.
Yeah.
You can just lasso some random ass person and just drag them for miles behind your horse. They will eventually die.
Yeah. Well, it's good that they eventually die. Like, not good that they eventually die in that sense, but like, I've seen games where it's just like, oh yeah, you can do that thing that would totally kill a person for as long as you want, and they'll just get up and walk. You can drag them behind
a train too.
Can you really?
Yeah.
That's fucked.
So I was on the train and I lassoed somebody that was on horseback.
Mm-hmm.
That was trying to catch me while I was on the train. They fell off their horse and started being dragged behind the train. Now I could drag them to me and pull them up onto the train, or I could let go and no longer be dragging them. I definitely dragged them for a good amount of time because I was just so surprised that you could do that. It was pretty fucking cool.
That is pretty fucking funny. just choo choo, motherfucker, choo choo. You can learn today.
Just the fact that you can like lasso and hog tie people.
Yeah,
is pretty sweet.
Back to the inbred family. Sad part. One of them is like this big fat. The guy is like a big fat dude. He kind of looks like a pig. You can't hog tie him. You can't even lasso him. That takes off a whole star off this game.
Yeah.
The one dude who looks like a pig, I can't hog tie. Like, what? Why not? Why can't I do that? That's all I want to do now.
You know what I haven't tried? But I've noticed that
there's going to be videos of people trying to hog tie Pig Boy. And then in the next game that Rockstar makes, there's going to be like 6 pig dudes. The only thing you can do to them is hog tie.
Yeah, probably.
It's just like the train in this game. Like, fine, you fucking want it, there you go.
I don't know if you can do this or not, but it seems like you can lasso animals like deer and stuff in this game.
Really?
I've had my lasso out, and when your little reticle goes over them, it lights up red like you can lasso them. I haven't been able to yet, but they're just
really
fast.
Yeah.
They're really fast.
It's go fast. Gotta go fast. Give me some chili dogs. Go fast.
But it'd be really cool if you could lasso them and hog tie them. That'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
That'd make hunting really fucking easy. Just come here. Hold still. How do I get this perfect pelt? I got a headshot? Okay, hold still.
Alright, well, I guess we did just suck Red Dead's dick for 20 minutes.
Yeah, we really did. We really did. But
hey, sometimes the game's just good.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because we're out to save the industry doesn't mean every game's gonna be problematic to the industry.
That's very true. So guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to check out links in the description to follow us on social media and check our sources. We don't always have sources for every video, but there's certain
this
things.
is more of an opinion piece for this one, so there's not gonna be that much. But when we do make claims, we'll try to link the sources to the claims that we put forward, so that you can check.
I'm gonna link 5,000 lines of 500,000 lines of.
So you can check them, and if we fuck something up, or you find like, oh, we were wrong about that, let us know, and we'll try and like do like a correction in the next episode or something, so that we can make sure that we're always being good boys.
Yeah. And remember, guys, we can't save the industry alone.
Yeah,
You got to give us a hand.
Yeah, vote with your wallets, and make these motherfuckers pay for fucking up shit, and reward them for when they don't.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. You just got to vote with your wallet.
Yeah. All right, we'll see you guys next week. Not gonna say what we're talking about yet, because we're not entirely sure, but we'll have something. Don't worry.
Yeah.